Hello everyone, I'm Ruhi. Welcome to my full review of iPhone 7. This is the iPhone 7, the 10th generation of iPhone, and the iPhone that ditched the headphone jack. So, it is still relevant in 2020? Let us find out. So, iPhone 7 is released on September 2016, and I had this phone for almost 3 years now, and it's still running like a new one. And the second thing down there is called as home button, which can scan our fingerprints. And there is also a haptic feedback where it vibrates to make us think that it has click. Plus, it is not the first iPhone to ditch the headphone jack, but it's also the first iPhone to be IP67 certified, which means it's water and dust resistant. IP67 basically means that it can go down to 1 meter up to 30 minutes. To be clear, it is not a waterproof, but it's a water resistant. So over time, the resistance might be decreased as a result of normal wear. So here's a little spec rundown the iPhone 7, which has Apple's A10 Fusion chip with 2GB of RAM, and that probably doesn't sound like a lot of RAM, but Apple got a reputation of making high-performing devices. Right here, it proved that even after 3 years, this phone runs pretty much like new and barely gets any lag, unless I'm overloading the 2GB of RAM, which has happened only for a couple of times. Over the 3+ years of owning this device, I haven't had any major issue, and I thought that I will have to replace the battery, but in fact, it is still in a good condition. The problem is that the battery life on iPhone 7 is mediocre. It's got only 1960 mAh battery, which means I can't get it to last a full day. That's the problem. As for cameras, they can still take some pretty good looking photo and videos. On the back, we have a 12 megapixel single camera that can take up to 4K videos at 30 frames per second. Then at the front, we have a 7 megapixel selfie camera that can take up to 1080p videos at 30 frames per second. And here are some photos and video I took with the iPhone 7. So now let us compare the differences between iPhone 12 mini and iPhone 7. So the reason I named a few of iPhone 7's features is that I could highlight it is still relevant today. It may not be that phone that's currently trending, but it's definitely a phone that feels comfortable existing today among these new phones. And I also can use this to upgrade to the latest software and get all of the updates, and can still enjoy a relatively quick device. And it also a very well built made of aluminium. So I think in 2020, I still don't think that the iPhone 7 feels outdated, and there's nothing to complain much since the screens looks amazing, and it also takes a good picture and videos also, and the phones also looks great. But the only thing on the iPhone 7 is of course the battery life. So Apple has actually stopped selling this on their website, but it is okay. That should be nothing because it is still a fantastic phone and it still push a solid performance. And yes, I still can get the same software experience with all of the newest iPhones. So I think that's all from me. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye.